All right, I'm here with Angelo Rosati. He is a Liberty affiliate of three cool projects that are all based around blockchains that actually mine first, which I thought was a pretty cool concept because we're kind of losing that. The projects are Green, Arcade, and Connect. And all three of them are very unique but very powerful ideas and projects. And you were telling me how cool it was that you guys really are sticking to like the OG sort of blockchain like ethos that Bitcoin was forged in, where you're not trying to, as you said, build on sand. You're trying to build a foundation first. You're trying to build nodes first and a functioning mesh network first, and then get into the cryptocurrency part. So why don't you talk a little bit about how before you got into cryptocurrency, I'm sure there was some sort of political reason for it. So what was your leanings towards this sort of libertarian, sort of anarcho-capitalist technology space?
Awesome. Well, listen, I just want to say thank you, Cameron, for everything you're doing in taking this movement to the next level, bro. We really appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't know I was any bit of an anarchist until Jeff Berwick told me so. You have to understand the definition of words, to really understand our meaning, right? And the problem with the English language is there's so many different variables of definitions, right? Mm-hmm. So, when Jeff explained to me, anarchy is really, you do what you do, I do what I do. And as long as you don't make me do otherwise by force, that's anarchy. And what I personally, Cameron, realized was that, I'm a minarchist, where I believe in minimal government by all means. And so this movement, just coincides with everything I believe in, especially when I found out how awesome blockchain is, because blockchain brings everything to now time, where nobody owes anybody anything. And if you understand, even just being birthed in the U.S. today, I had just so you know, I had a brand new granddaughter come into the world just last week. That's why I'm up here in Minnesota. So I'm a grandpa.
Congratulations.
And so when a child's born, they're brought into a debt system, a debt society. And my goal, if there's anything that I want to do, my ultimate goal is to help people go from being a debtor to a creditor, and fully knowing and understand that path. And really, it's all up here. It's how you operate that determines who you are. And you don't have to live in that debtor state. And when you deal in blockchain and cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, nobody owes anybody anything. It's like you're dealing in a sovereign state. So that being said, I'll jump into a little bit of our products. We have a platform called Connect. We have a website. If you want to hop on there, it's just go to connectme.world. So you want to hit www.connectme.world. And you'll see we have our little blockchain robot that kind of takes you through. And our goal is to really connect people to the blockchain. And we have our kind of our motto, kind of our golden rule, and it's called the title of liberty, where you always hold your private keys. See, we want to teach people that it's so important in this crypto space to hold your private keys, whether it's a wallet. We have tons of wallet offerings. Whether it's, let's just say Bitcoin mining. We're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin mining, where, you own a piece of equipment, and let's say you're hosting it yourself, or let's say our facility is hosting it. You own the wallet that's attached to that equipment. So you don't want to get involved in Bitcoin mining if somebody else holds your private key. And there's that middleman there. And then most importantly, what we have is a proof of work blockchain. And I'll just jump right into Green and go ahead and give you some facts and some details on Green. Green's been in existence for about a year now. We've been mining on the Green platform for a year. We have over 20,000 nodes. And
Wow.
See, our goal is to really build on rock, like I told you in the beginning, not on sand. And we don't want to launch our token until we have about 40,000 nodes. And then once we have 40,000 nodes, we'll launch our token. How do you earn Green? Is you have to mine for it. And how our system is set up is where we've literally stripping the software from the hardware, where you can actually buy a licensed software. And so you buy that licensed software from Green and you can start mining.
Wow.
And we're in alpha right now, where you can actually take that software and literally download it onto your cell phone.
Wow. Use your cell phone's GPU?
Right. So let's say you have like 4 or 5 different computers. You can put them to work and just keep the app open and let them mine. So that's, and what I like to say is we have these products on the Connect platform. We have Green, we have our smart node, we have Arcade, and all these products have lined up. I like to say that we're so rare. We're not a unicorn, we're a flying unicorn. how rare we are. You follow me? So if you go on the website, you can go through and you can check out and understand, you know, it's a little bit confusing at first. It was confusing even to me, you know, because really, okay, so I understand a node, but how can you purchase, you know, software for a node and all that? And just let it, you know, let it sink in, give it some time to really fully understand this new technology. Because understand something, for things to be better, we're going to have to change, and it's going to be a little uncomfortable. Right?
Yes.
Right? So if you want things to be the same, I always say do what you did last year. If you were happy with 2018, do the same thing, you'll get the same results. But for things to change, you got to do something different, right, Cameron? So
Yes,
that's what we've decided. We've decided to get a little uncomfortable, change a few things, and you know, we're in that process. So as of right now, there's no value for our token with Green, which for some could say that's a good thing. For some that could say it's a bad, right? For those that say it's a good thing, they jump in now. For those that say it's a bad thing, we'll wait till there's a value for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Wait till you miss the boat.
Exactly.
Well, that's pretty cool. We actually met you guys because we were both at an Arc of Vegas, and our tables were right next to each other. So that's how we actually got to know. You had a gigantic mining piece of hardware, and you guys were promoting Green at there, and I believe Arcade on the other side too. Do you want to? You want to touch what that machine was and kind of like what you were trying to show everybody at an Arc of Vegas?
Yeah. So you know, I've over the last 4 years, I've had some experience in some crowdfunding and building data centers, and we wanted to create this big decentralized data system, right? And what we realized was our data centers, our nodes, you know, we had 5 or 6 huge nodes. One was in Iceland, one was in the Republic of Georgia, and we weren't centralized we were centralized by the energy companies.
Yeah.
Follow me? And so our energy bills were so expensive. So, you know, we have to progress. And in order for progress in this world, you have to make mistakes, right? So now our goal, and where we're going to move into our next step, kind of phase 2, is creating the biggest data center without owning a data center. And how do you do that? Is through putting a node in everybody's home. And that's kind of our idea with Green is to have a machine. Let's just say it's an S9, and you know the S9 is almost looking towards the older technology, but let's just say it's an S9 with a couple of our nodes where somebody could just plug it right into their wall, and they mine from home. And that was just a home unit that you could actually plug in at home. And again, we're in alpha with this stage, so we're going to go from alpha to beta, and then it's going to go into existence. But again, our whole goal is to create the biggest data center without having a data center, you know, kind of like Uber is the biggest taxi company without owning a taxi, or Airbnb, right, is the biggest decentralized hotel chain that doesn't own a hotel. Well, why not learn from the best? Right? So
Exactly.
our goal is to eventually go down that line, and that's what that box was kind of a prototype of what it would look like. Now we have new technology coming. We have some wonderful chips that I can't even talk about that are going to be smaller, more compact, less energy, no more noise, don't have to worry about cooling them, and it's just going to mine away.
That's awesome, dude. That is so cool. Yeah, and it does seem there is like a lot of what I would call like covert centralization in a lot of the crypto worlds, even in like Bitcoin Core too. So like it's really cool that you're really making the full decentralization the focus, because that seems to be like the philosophical pillar that this whole community needs to stand on if we're going to differentiate ourselves from banks. Do you know what I mean? From essentially third-party middlemen, you know, escrow services, which is what we're trying to get rid of, and debt on top of everything. Like you said, it's the age of now. Like once they send that transaction, it is completed. There's no like, oh, you owe me something on the blockchain. You know what I mean? That doesn't exist. It just goes through. So that's cool, man. So the long-term vision, it seems, is to create this gigantic data center. That's so incredible that that's what you guys are undertaking, man. That's not an easy undertaking. How, like, I guess, where are you in the roadmap as far as that? Like, where would you consider yourselves now, and where are you moving towards in the immediate future?
Yeah, great question, Cameron. So Green, like I said, we have 20,000 nodes out there, and they're mining away. Our goal is 40,000 before we even bring that to market. Like Arcade's going to be its own blockchain. And I'll jump into Arcade just for a second. But
I'm curious, yeah. So tell people what that is.
So like, for instance, you're going to be what Arcade is really bringing gaming back to the gamers, where the gamers actually own their gaming. They own their items. Can you imagine, like, if if every kid that was playing Fortnite owned all their items on a private key and they could trade it on a blockchain. That's what we have. That's what we have created. And understand something, man. We've partnered with some legit gentlemen, some legit companies. If you've ever heard of Zynga Games,
Yeah.
the formulator of Zynga that created a game called Farmville. We have our own game right now in alpha. You can play it. It's called Townstar.
Yeah, it was on display at Anarchy Vegas, right? Oh, I thought that was so cool.
So here's how this is going to work. And again, we're selling nodes for the Arcade blockchain. So if you buy a node, now you have the ability to mine on our blockchain. You help keep it secure and make it so that like let's say once you own this node, you don't have to even be a gamer. You can put it on your laptop, you can mine, and you would get legendary items in the game. You would get Arcade token. And then the other cool thing is like our green token is going to be the top currency for all of our games.
Okay. So that's going to be the base layer.
Right. And remember, we're going to do all this before we even launch the token to the world.
Yeah.
So again, I'm allowed to talk about it. Because that's why I wanted to, have a meeting before my meeting here, but we haven't even brought this to the world yet. We're in the process of even just bringing this, to the market, and you're one of the first people to hear about this project. So Arcade is really, if you could just imagine giving gaming back to the gamers, where they own their gaming, but more importantly, own all of their items and everything.
Yeah, it's amazing, dude. And I'm a huge gamer myself, dude. I'm really excited for stuff like this because you're right. In the world of like Fortnite, Minecraft, and even like those digital card games like Magic the Gathering that went digital, I believe. You're right. People invest so much time, energy, and money into like creating powerful accounts and building all these assets, and it's essentially worthless. Whereas with you guys, this is something that like kids could actually have equity as far as like what they gain out of their games and stuff like that. There's actually a saying in the gaming world called free to play, pay to win. And that's what a lot of games are doing now. And like you said, the idea of putting the games back in the hands of the gamers is something I really would love to see happen. I'm so stoked that Arcade is doing that.
Imagine, okay, I can't believe you just said Magic. Here's the deal. I'm a single father to a 13-year-old, and he's like, the other day just ran down here. He's like, Dad, I need $10 worth of V-Bucks, please. I'll do anything. And I'm like,
yeah.
Just wait till you see what we got coming, man. And then he showed me this new game called Magic with cards.
Yeah.
And you just mentioned it, man. I can't believe that. So so I'm right in that mix, and I totally know and I understand it. And we're fighting for our children's eyeballs, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Follow me? So what if you could control the gaming too? What if you could say, oh, if you're off the game for the next 6 hours, you'll earn more Arcade token when you play.
Wow.
You can actually control that. Yeah. Instead of keeping them on for 14 hours, you can actually throw them off.
Incentivize them to
take breaks.
Created
this. Right. That's why we created this, because we wanted something better for our children by all means, because we are fighting for their eyeballs. So what if you could actually go down, you could sit down, you could play the game, right? And let's say you earn 27 Arcade tokens, right? And then you take that Arcade token, you exchange it for fiat on your credit card and go buy lunch.
Hello, that's every gamer's dream. We get hungry after a while.
Boom. You see what I'm saying? So and we have some, we're in the process of launching our cards also, so it'll be easy to use all of our tokens. And we want to have all this stuff prepared ahead of time. Understand, and under promise, over deliver by all means. Nothing's guaranteed. When it comes to mining, when it comes to blockchain, there's no guarantees, right?
Yeah.
Guarantee anything. There's absolutely no guarantees. One more time. Yeah. Pretty cool.
So you said you were working on getting like a card, so sort of like a basically like a card that can integrate with like, payment processors at like stores that will essentially allow the merchant to be paid however they need to get paid, and have you basically subtract that from your crypto wallet.
We'll make it easy for everybody to use.
That's so awesome. That's what needs to happen, because so many people that's like the major step for them, and it's so like almost like stupid and simple, but like it is crucial in a way. So that's cool you guys are doing that.
Yeah, I'll send you all of our wallet offers when we get off the line here, and
awesome. We'll link them down below.
Right, when you go on the website, I'll put them on the Zoom here. But yeah, so we have wallet offerings. We have a Connect wallet, we have an Arcade wallet, we have a Green wallet, and then they all integrate with each other, which is awesome. And then we also have offers for all of the nodes too.
Oh, that's amazing. That's so cool, dude. It seems like you got everything in order as far as like how your guys are moving forward. And like you said, you're building a foundation first, which is so important. Like the foundation is the base of every sort of like structure or endeavor. And it's very like, it shows patience, deliberation, and tact on your part. You know what I mean? And that's something that you guys are doing that I think is really cool.
Yeah, that's what I love about this blockchain is that they do have patience. A lot of things could have been launched a long time ago. A lot of things could have gotten brought to market, and it's not a money thing. It's totally funded. They don't need any money. Now just moving forward is just depending on who really wants to be a part of something that's going to change people's lives, and that's what it's all about. If it doesn't matter how many days we spend here, unless we change people's lives, then all the days we're here, right?
Exactly, man. Yeah, it's really about your connection to others, and that's the zest of life for me too. You know what I mean? Like that's totally what brings it all home. You can be as selfish as you want all day, but the look on somebody's face when you make them smile is priceless. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why I think we fit in with the crowd there in Anarcha Vegas. Your crowd too. The crowd.
Yeah. You guys definitely gotta bring this stuff down to Anarchadelphia, man. This stuff is exactly what we're trying to promote. We have a huge cryptocurrency day on Saturday. We got some of the biggest names in crypto coming down to discuss its importance and relevance in these political sort of like situations we find ourselves in. And we would love to have you guys be repping that stuff, like Arcade, Green, all of it. I mean, I'll even get up there and start playing the Farmville spinoff game and just get nuts with it. You know what I mean? I'll bring a bunch of kids. I teach martial arts to children, so I'll bring all my kids down and we'll play a bunch of games and then we'll get them all loaded.
Awesome.
Their parents are like, where'd you get this car? They're like, I've been playing this game and growing these virtual crops and then buying Ferraris.
Absolutely.
Dude, well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's been a pleasure having this conversation. Is there anything else you want to leave our audience with before we leave?
No, man, I just want to say I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Keep it going. You're going to probably see some challenges, and just understand that it's not about what happens to you, it's how you react.
Amen.
And let's just take it one step at a time, because the power is in unity. And if we stick together, we can conquer.
Wow. And you know what's funny, man? I'll leave it on this. You said the power's in unity. I believe that so much that I used to be in this crazy rock band, and the first real album I did with them, I specifically made that the theme. That was the name of the album, Unity. So that's pretty crazy that you would say that at the very end of the interview. Wild, dude. Well, thank you for everything you do, man. And we're looking forward to having you at Anarchadelphia. And thanks for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Cheers, man.
Take it easy, my man.
If you enjoy this type of content, smash the likes, because it really does help spread the message. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button, otherwise you will not get notified when we drop dope videos like this. Anarchadelphia is gonna be sick. We've already sold quite a few tickets, so we're definitely having a party. You can get your tickets at anarchadelphia.com. The schedule is there, as well as some info about our after parties. And speaking about a pre-party, we're headed out to Anarcho Vegas. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, you can use promo code TSOA at checkout. With respect to the OG, where TSOA was catalyzed, where so many more minds will meet at Anarcho Vegas, this is a movement. The State of Anarchy is now. Anarchadelphia is a conference dedicated to the principles of liberty, individual sovereignty, and freedom from coercion, located in Philadelphia, the cradle of liberty. Anarchadelphia seeks to shed light on issues such as geopolitics, blockchain economics, spiritual health and wellness, as well as exposing the Earth's sacred hidden knowledge, featuring Mark Passio, Max Egan, Derek Brose, Jeff Berwick, and many more this September 13th through 15th. For info and tickets, visit anarchadelphia.com.